All right. Well, looks like everything started up fine today. Hello and welcome. My name is Drusyc, and yeah, it's my birthday today. And today we will be opening some packs in MTG Arena. I was hoping to play with Mavi again today, but it looks like he's still asleep, and I am jealous. I am tired, if you cannot tell. But yeah, if you're new here, welcome. I like to talk for about 15 to 30 minutes. And so if you would like to stay in chat, we would love to have you. And if you're just here for the game, well, you can pop back in about 15 to 30 minutes or so, and we will be at it more than likely. I'm tired. I woke up at like 3 p.m. uh, I just I just want to sleep sometimes. For days, I cannot wait until the weekend. Uh, Speaking of the weekend, Friday we will be playing Elian, and honestly, hold on, this I have. I usually pull my stream up on my computer and my phone so I could see uh that everything's correct. And then I heard myself yawning from my phone, so I had to turn that in real quick. But yes, what was I saying? That's what I was saying. Let me move this. But yes. Oh yeah, we're gonna be playing Elion this week and next week. Because I've been having a decent amount of fun in that game. This week we're gonna be playing. I think we're just gonna create a new character, be a Mystic, because a lot of people have been wanting to see Mystic, or at least according to the algorithm. So that should go over pretty well. Uh, and next week, hopefully, we're gonna be doing some PvP with my main class, the Warlord. And I say hopefully because I haven't gotten to the point where I unlocked that yet. I might have to do what I did for Lost Ark and just grind obnoxiously until it's finally unlocked. But yeah, well, it's a week ahead though, so hopefully I won't have to do that the day before like I did for Lost Ark. That was not fun. It was, I mean, it was fun, but that really threw off my sleep schedule if you cannot tell. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I'm still trying to debate like what I want to do Monday and Wednesday of next week, but I know this Friday and next Friday we're gonna be playing Elion. I'm trying to think. I know I want to play Chernobylite. I just don't know what day that fits best in, right? Because I like to have a theme for every stream that we have, and I don't know like what Chernobylite would fit with, but we'll see. I also want to play Stellaris at some point. I suck at that game. Holy hell. But hey, uh, we can get into it and have a good time. That would probably also be on a Friday, because I could say, I don't know, I could probably make a good pun with that. Sci Friday, maybe? Perhaps. I don't know. But, yeah, so this week looks good. Um, Next week is coming together. I still need to think about that, but mostly I need to sleep. I need to sleep for about a good 3 days. Look. Sorry about that. Yawning ASMR stream. Ah, there was stuff I wanted to talk about, but I can't. Oh yeah, I'm now a Lost Ark creator too, which by the way, I did not realize this, but creator programs are apparently run by the publisher of a company, and I know this because, or at least in this case, and I know this because it was Amazon Game Studios that runs Lost Ark, the content creation, and I know this because it was a copy paste of the acceptance into the New World content creator program. I mean, at least they actually sent me an email saying I was in instead of just adding it to an FAQ. That is a step up, but I will say, a copy paste of it doesn't really work because literally all they did is just change the words New World with a Lost Ark. And the issue comes when it says when they have very New World specific information. Like when the game releases, the NDA will lift. There's no NDA. That was made very specific. And then uh it says with Lost Ark releasing in the fall. I'm like, no. No. I don't think it has a set date, but it's somewhere between February and March from what I remember. Definitely not the fall. So yeah, it's a very dumb letter from a very dumb and lazy company. But I mean, hey, I'm in. For what it's worth, if Amazon Game Studios is running it, then I'll probably have just as much support as I did for New World, which means almost none. But I did get my Lost Ark beta key from them, which is nice. That was a good turn for me. I'm so goddamn tired. Holy hell. Yes. Um, there was other things I wanted to talk about. There was. Fuck, what was it? I just had food. That's good. I already talked about how it's my birthday. I said that in the intro. Uh, hmm. See, this is gonna bother me because every single time I stream, I'm like, all right, I got these things I want to talk about, and then the stream starts, and my mind just goes, no, the fuck you don't. What do you mean? There's nothing in there, sir. Wait, what's this notification? I don't care that IGN is hosting a space, okay? That is the dumbest thing that has happened to Twitter. Oh, actually, no, that is not the dumbest thing that has happened to Twitter. They added something called Twitter Blue, which is a paid uh premium, which is like a paid premium service. Uh, and with Twitter Blue, you see, it's for Android specific, if I recall correctly. Uh, and it's basically just what should be a free update, but you pay monthly for it. Like you undo a tweet, which to me sounds like deleting, but it's not apparently. But you could undo a tweet. You could have folders and stuff like that. And I'm like, so you mean like a basic update anyone else would put out? You want me to pay $3 a month for this? I'm not fucking doing it. Twitter is just not worth that much to me. I'm sorry. I don't even know if Twitter is worth being free half the time. And you want me to pay $3? See, I do apologize. Half the time I mean to cover my mouth, but by the time I'm already in it, my body's in like almost a state of shock. And it's like, no, you will not do that until you're done. Like, well, that's completely against what I wanted. Okay, this stream is just gonna be me sitting here yawning. Let's get into it because I uh games not Steam. This is not a Steam game. Wizards MTG Arena. Whoops. Alright, it should pick it up here soon. Loading initial scene. TGA is not responding. Of course it's not. Why would anything be easy for me? The thing said that it had that I was stopped streaming, but it still says I'm up and live, so that's good. Hold on, what was that? Scam calls, gotta love them. There we go. Now it's picking up. An asset error occurred during our last play session. Yeah, well, validating asset files for stability. Okay, well, thanks, game. Got it that time. You know, Magic the Gathering Arena, I switched to the game because I figured if I was in game, I would have things to talk about because my mind likes to go blank. And now you're doing me a bad turn here. I'm not gonna lie. Literally just sitting here, making me wait even longer to have something to say. Now I'm just filling the silence with complaints, which I mean, isn't that what my job is as a YouTuber at this point? Well, technically it's not a job yet. I can't monetize a channel, but yet. But from a theoretical standpoint, it would be my job. That's what 90% of YouTubers do, isn't it? Just find things to complain about when there's a lull in something. Ah, my phone is the phone of a poor person. See? Like that. Sorry. Yeah, I should probably get a new phone here soon, considering the fact that my camera is breaking. I don't know how that's always the first thing to go on my phones. It's always the camera. It's dying at this point. Like all the pictures are kind of blurry and dirty. And then like it can't really even record audio. It just breaks. So yeah, I need to be getting that fixed. You know, Magic, most games, when they just crash, they just reopen. I don't know if it was an asset error as much as it was the game just kind of didn't want to load. Also, I think if you were on some kind of client like Steam, could have done this validation already. Slumdy Dumpty. Oh, I've noticed something, and it bothers me. I noticed that when I go to my BRB screen, I have the songs set to loop, but then sometimes it just does it, and I don't know why. Like, I re I re-listened to my streams so I could see how bad I am, and when I went to the BRB screen, I noticed music just didn't repeat or it just stopped or something, and I was like, wait a minute, why? This is so sad. This is upsetting. It is not. It's supposed to be looping. I have the loop button checked. Streamlabs, why you do this? Loading card database. Good. You're actually wanting to load now? God damn it. Alright, fine. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, as you can see, I've not played since the last time, and I still haven't done any challenges, but that is okay. Hacks. What am I gonna get for my birthday? Ooh. Let's see what we have here. We have a common wild card. I don't know why I'm looking as if I know whether or not any of these would be good. I don't play very good. For life rate, choose any number of permanent enter players, then give each of them another counter of each kind they already have there. Oh, nice. When Tulsimir, friend to the wolves, enters the battlefield, create Voja, friend to the elves. A legendary 3/3 green and a white wolf character token. Whenever a wolf enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 3 life, and that creature fights up to one target you don't control. Interesting. Although I'm gonna be honest, my mind decided to take a back seat while I was saying that. Alright, Bond of Discipline, which has Lifelink, Rising Populace, New Horizons, Aaron's Wolf, another Spark Reaper, a Guild Globe, an Eternal Skylord, a Mass, 2. Put 2 1/1 counters on an army you control. If you don't control one, create a 0/0 black zombie, the creature token first. Flying. A creature with flying can be blocked except by creatures or with flying or reach.
Strife makes monsters of us all.
Interesting. Alright, as long as it's your turn, creatures and planeswalkers you control have lifelink. Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord deals 1 damage to the target player or planeswalker. Return target creature with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a vampire in addition to its other types. Wait, so if I just have a bunch of zeros, would that still count? Or no? Alright, now we have a Duskmantle Operative. Duskmantle Operative can be blocked by creatures with power 4 or greater. Chemio's Epiphany. Scry 4. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, then put any number of them in the bottom of your library, and the rest on top at any order. Scry 4, then draw 2. Raging Crunch. Raging Crunch can't attack alone. Chain Whip Cyclops. Target creature can't block this turn. Put target non-land permanent on top of its owner's library. Interplanar Beacon. Cannot speak. Whenever you cast a Planewalker spell, you gain 1 life. Add the thing. Add 2 mana of different colors. Spend this mana only to cast Planewalker spells. God Pharaoh statue. Spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses 1 life.
Warrior Queen Necromancer has a nice ring to it.
Whenever a creature you control dies, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. Each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacrifices the rest. My phone keeps buzzing and it doesn't have anything for me. It's annoying. Alright, I say we stretch this out, right? Because I've seen some other pack openings. And they'll have like 1,000 packs. Now, as you can see, I don't have that. nowhere close. So I say we open up a few of these, we do some challenges, we come back, open up more. Alright, so got an uncommon wild card. Dawning Angel. When Dawning Angel enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Vial of Dragonfire. Sacrifice Vial of Dragonfire. It deals 2 damage to target creature. When Keladon Raider enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Boreal Elemental. It has flying and spells your opponent's cast. Spells your opponent's cast that target. Boreal Elemental cost. What? Okay, I'm not sure if it's just me or if this is word soup. Spells your opponent cast. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, yes, I see. Spells your opponent cast that target this creature cost 2 more to cast. Okay. I don't know why that came out so weird in my head the first like 80 million times. Sorcerer of the Fang. Sorcerer of the Fang deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Pay 2 life, discard a card, sacrifice a creature, create a 5/5 black demon creature with flying. Activate only as a sorcery. Good lord, alright. Artemis All-Seeing. Flying. 2 water mana, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Whenever Artemis All-Seeing deals damage to an opponent, you may reveal your hand. If cards with at least 6 different mana values are revealed this way, that player loses the game. Oof. Wait, hold on. By that player, do you mean like... Do you mean like I would lose the game, or the opponent? Like the player that shows the hand, I guess? So that would be me. So I would lose the game, so I don't want to do that. Okay, gotcha. I think that's what that means anyway. Oh, neat. Flame Sweep. Flame Sweep deals 2 damage to each creature except for creatures you control with flying. Flying. A creature with flying can be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach. Vigilance. Greenwood Sentinel. Attacking doesn't cause creature with vigilance to tap. Nice. Reckless Airstrike. Sorcery. Choose one. Reckless Airstrike deals 3 damage to target creature with flying and destroy target artifact. Soul Savage. Return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Sacrifice Vial of Dragonfire. Yeah, I've gotten that earlier. Enroute Warlord. Enroute Ironroot Warlord's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Huh, nice. Cavalier of Gales. When Cavalier of Gales enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on the top of your library in any order. When Cavalier of Gales dies, shuffle it into its owner's library, then scry 2. Natural End. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. You gain 3 life. And up for Duress. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Stone Golem. The sculptor, like most artists, put... Oh, that's lore. Okay. No actual effect. Just a 4/4. Okay. Vengeful War Chief. Whenever you lose life for the first time on each turn, put a 1/1 counter on a Vengeful War Chief. And comment. Cavalier of Thorns. When Cavalier of Thorns enters the battlefield, reveal the top 5 cards of your library, put a land card from among them into your battlefield, and the rest into your graveyard. When Cavalier of Thorns dies, you may exile it. If you do, put another target creature from your graveyard on the top of your library. Alright, now let's go and do some of the, wait, that's not what I needed. Let's go and do some of the challenges. Creature spells with flying you cast cost 1 less to cast. That's a 2-1. Okay, yeah, never mind. That was easy. Victory! Alright, deck upgrade. It's a deck. Windreader Sphinx. A creature with flying can be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach. Oh, yeah. Whenever a creature with flying attacks, you may draw a card. Ferrilled Sea Serpent can be blocked this turn. This when all the runes enters the battlefield, scribe 1. Okay. Oh, nice. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and attack. Ah. Oh, right. I confirm over here. That's right. this one. No. This one. Ahead and attack again. Hey. Alright. Riddlemaster Sphinx. When Riddlemaster Sphinx enters the battlefield, you may return a target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Whenever a creature with flying enters the battlefield under your control, Waterskin Shaman gets +1/1 until the end of the turn. Nice. Oh, hey, this guy. Whoops. Forgot about that double strike. There we go. No. Cancel attack. No attacks. Yeah, end turn. I don't want to need to unsummon anything at the moment. And pass. No blocks. Pass. And attack. No 3/3 for you. You can take that back. Thanks for the offer. Much appreciated. Very kind. Lord, how many of those do you have in your deck? Jeez. Hey. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I said how many of those do you have in your deck when I was actively sending the damn thing to his hand. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway. Target player draws 7 cards. Target creature you control gets 0/3 and gains hexproof until the end of the turn. Excuse me. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on spell card. You're weird. Attacks. This is fine. Go ahead and get rid of that guy. Turn. Oh, okay. Attack once again. This is fine. Alright, GG, thanks. Much appreciated. Target creature you control gains 0/3. Doesn't really look like anything I need right now. Oh, actually. He does only have 1/1, so might make sense to go ahead and do this. And attack. See if the person attacks. Does. I'm gonna unsummon this, bring it back to my hand. Alright, well, resolve all. Give me this back, thank you. Oh, okay. Ouch. Well, that's just rude. And then go ahead and use this chance to win. Yeah, I think that's a good... no, all attacks. Not no attack. The opposite of what I want to do. Alright. That took probably a little bit longer than it should. I'm still a noob at this. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control get 1/1 until the end of the turn. The spell costs 1 minute less to cast if you control a creature with flying. Draw 2 cards. Each creature, or enchanted creature, when Water Knot enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its control's untap phase. Alright, and now I have to play a random player with this deck. Time to get destroyed. Alright, let's go. Alright, yeah, this is fine. I'll return. This boy. Alright. Oh wait, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh wait, pass. It's still his turn. Oops. I'm a doof. My turn. Alright, and then just next. It's fine. Only need to attack here. You good, bro? Whenever you cast an instant spell, sorcerer with an attack, a rock slide sorcerer deals 1 damage to any target. Creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Oh, okay, I see. This spell costs one less. Draw 2 cards. Fantastic, and they were both islands. Alright, yeah, no attacks. In turn. Whenever a creature you control with raid power 2 or less attacks, right bombardment deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker. That creature is attacking. Okay. Not really worth the unsummon at this point. It still costs more. Okay. Alright, next. No attacks. In turn. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. Space till the end of turn. Should have did this one, but it's fine. And you absolutely can do that, but Island, Sphinx. Yeah, those freaking raid bombardments got me. That's a shame. But it happens. Alright, well, at the very least, we did all of these challenges. Hey. Alright, back. I said head back.
You have enough gold for a booster.
Okay, but I don't want to buy a booster.
Let's go get one from the store.
No. I've been told not to do that.
I can't wait to find out what's inside. Open it!
Shut up. Alright, so
Beautiful new cards.
foreboding fruit. A target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Adamant. If at least 3 black mana was spent to cast a spell, create a food token. Food token. Sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. Vigilance. To add 1 mana of any color. Witch's Cottage. Witch's Cottage enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 3 or more swamps. When Witch's Cottage enters the battlefield untapped, you may put target creature card from your graveyard on the top of your library. Call as a beanstalk. Enchant creature. An enchanted creature gets 3/3, has reach, and is a giant in addition to its other types. Flying. Locked Swaying Gargoyle gets +2/0 and gains flying until the end of the turn. Spinning Wheel. Add 1 mana of any color. Tap target creature. Marrowleaf Pixie. Flying. Tap to add earth or water. Alright, what's this one? Wildborn Preserver. Yeah. Flash, reach. Whenever another non-human creature enters the battlefield under your control, you must pay X. When you do, put X 1/1 counters on Wildborn Preserver. Alright.
Finish quests to earn more boosters in gold.
Hey, nice, got a wild card. Felmire Knight. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. Death Touch. What good is loyalty to the crown if we are not also in service to those less fortunate? I fight for all. Oh, that's 4. Knight of the Keep. Okay. When Moonlit Scavengers enters the battlefield, if you control an artifact or enchantment, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Target creature gets -XX until the end of the turn, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. Equipped creature gets +1/0 and has haste. Brimstone Trebuchet. Defender Reach. Brimstone Trebuchet deals 1 damage to each opponent whenever a knight enters the battlefield under your control. Untap a Brimstone Trebuchet. Remember Shieldbreaker. Destroy target artifact. Courage is the only shield that I need. Realm Cloaked Giant. Destroy all non-giant creatures. When Golden Egg enters the battlefield, draw a card. Sacrifice Golden Egg, add 1 mana of any color. Sacrifice Golden Egg, you gain 3 life. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, then it fights target creature you don't control. Adamant. If at least 3 green mana was spent to cast a spell, the creature you control gains indestructible until the end of the turn. Reeve Soul. Destroy target creature with a power of 3 or less. Beanstalk Giant. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. Beanstalk Giant's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Archon. Thanks, I appreciate it. And welcome to the stream. Flying, a protection from white. Creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless their controller pays 1 mana for each of those creatures. The Stormfist Crusader. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses 1 life. Sunmane Pegasus. Flying. Summon Sunmane Pegasus gains 1 vigilance and a lifelink until the end of the turn. Nyxborn Colossus. No special effects there. Riptide Turtle. Flash and Defender. Flash. May cast a spell with Flash anytime you could cast an instant spell. Defender. A creature with Defender can't attack. Return to nature. Choose 1. Destroy target artifact. Destroy target enchantment. Exile target creature from exile target card from a graveyard. Omen of the Forge. Flash. You may cast a spell with Flash anytime you can cast an instant spell. Scry 2. Look at the top 2 cards. Yes. When Omen of the Forge enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. Sacrifice Omen of the Forge and scry 2. Okay. Renata, Call to the Hunt. Renata's power is equal to your devotion to green. Each other creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/1 counter on it. Death Touch. When Mire Triton enters the battlefield, mill 2 cards and you gain 2 life. Nylea's Intervention. Choose 1. Search your library for up to X land cards, reveal them, then put them in your hand and shuffle. And Nylea's Intervention deals twice X damage to each creature with flying. Alright. Oh, nice. Hero of the Pride. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Hero of the Pride, creatures you control get +1/0 until the end of the turn. Final Death. Exile target creature. Revoke existence. Exile target artifact or enchantment. I like that name. Your existence has been revoked. Alright. Underworld Ragehound. Underworld Ragehound attacks each combat if able. Escape. Exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. Underworld Ragehound escapes with a +1/1 encounter on it. Nyxborn Seaguard. Doesn't have anything on him. Rise to Glory. Choose 1 or both. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Return target aura card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Laganaban Storyteller. When Laganaban Storyteller enters the battlefield, you may put the target enchantment card from your graveyard on top of your library. If you do, you gain life equal to its mana value. Erebos' Intervention. Choose 1. Target creature gets -XX until the end of the turn. You gain X life. Exile up to twice X target cards from graveyards. Omen of the Hunt. Flash. When Omen of the Hunt enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then sacrifice. As long as it's not your turn, spells cost 1 less to cast. Constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, Cetizen Skirmisher gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn. Flash. When Omen of the Sea enters the battlefield, scry 2. Oh yeah, I've had that one, I think. Wait, no, I've had Omen of Fire, I think? Well, now I have like 3 Omen cards. Interesting. Heroes of the Revel. When Heroes of the Revel enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 red satyr creature token with this creature can't block. Whenever you cast a spell that targets the Heroes of the Revel, creatures you control gain +1/0 until the end of the turn. Nyx Lotus. Nyx Lotus enters the battlefield tapped. Choose a color. Add an amount of mana to that color equal to the devotion of that color. Alright, one more set and then we'll do the next challenge. Cunning Night Ponder. Flash. Spells with flash cost 1 less to cast, can't be countered. Sanctuary Lockdown. Humans you control get +1/+1. Tap 2 untapped humans you control. Tap target creatures an opponent controls. Vigilance Cycling. You may pay the cycling cost to discard this card and draw a card. Sun Spinnerets. Instant. Target creature gets +1/+3 until the end of the turn. Put a reach counter on it. Untap it. Counter target creature spell. Vigilance. Blister Spit. Gremlin deals 1 damage to each opponent. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, untap Blister Split Gremlin. And I've already read that, I think. Thunder's Enclave. Add a white mana. For 3 mana, draw a card. Activate only if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Okay. One of mine. Sorcery. The spell costs 2 mana less to cast if you control a non-human, or if you control a human creature and a non-human creature. Draw 2 cards. Glimmerbell. Flying. Untap Glimmerbell. Drenith Healer. Whenever you cycle another card, you gain 1 life. Corpse Churn. Mill 3 cards, then you may return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. Greater Sandworm can be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. When a Wingspan Mentor enters the battlefield, put a flying counter on target non-human creature you control. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control with flying. Lord Dracus. Mutate. Whenever this creature mutates, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. What does that mean? If you cast a spell for its mutate cost, put it under or over target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top, plus all of the abilities under it. Gym Razor. Mutate. Reach and Trample. Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. Springjaw Trap. Flash. Sacrifice Springjaw Trap. It deals 3 damage to any target. Destroy target creature. Put a menace counter on a creature you control. And prevent all damage that would be dealt this turn by your creatures, your opponent controls. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Whenever this creature mutates, put a 1/1 counter on it. Zenith Flare. Zenith Flare deals X damage to any target, where you gain X life, where X is the number of cards with a cycling ability in your graveyard. Archipelagore. Whenever this creature mutates, tap up to X target creatures, where X is the number of times this creature mutated. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap phase. Neozaleth. Whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, put those counters on the Ozolith. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if the Ozolith has counters on it, you may move all counters from the Ozolith onto target creature. Alright, let's get back to some of these challenges.
I'm not just feared, I'm respected.
Target creature gets 1/1 until the end of the turn. It gets an additional 1/1 until the end of the turn for each card named Compound Fracture in your graveyard. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a 1/1 counter on Mallet Color Blade. Okay. But whenever Demon of Loathing deals combat damage to a player, that player sacrifices a creature. That wouldn't really do much here. No attacks. In turn. Okay, but like why? This is just mean. Could lower it by 3, but that still wouldn't help. Pass. That hurt. That was rude, sir. I didn't even get another... Okay. Didn't even get another land. Even more rude. Next. No attacks. Actually, hold on. If I make one of them attack and they're blocked. Wait, no, that's only... Oh, that's only when opponent creatures die. Okay, whoops. My bad. I'm a bit of a doof. It's okay. Well, I think I lost this one. Oh, dear lord. What was I even supposed to do here? Okay, yeah, I lost. Let's just get this over with. Yeah, challenges give you set cards, right? What was I supposed to do here? Like, I had one rat that had Death Touch. And I understand the need for that, but like... Killing creatures that tap for mana may stop your opponent from ever casting big spells. What? Oh, I didn't realize what they were doing. Okay, gotcha. hold on. Cancel. Put this out first. Then use this. And all attacks. Let's go. There we go. Now I got it. I didn't realize that card was tapping to get mana. But that makes a lot more sense, because without that, like, what the hell was I supposed to do against those 7/6s? Alright, as an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card. Flying, at the beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a 1/1 counter on Savage Gorger. Alrighty. Drusyc versus a Johnny Goldmane. Return from your graveyard to your hand. Huh, okay. Destroy a target, creature with power 2 or less. I don't really need that right now. All attacks. See, this wholly depends on like which one he defends, because I can bring this down to the point where I can kill him, but the issue is that like if he defends this one, and then he can get a +1/1 counter if he stays alive. It's all a matter of if he stays alive. But I'll risk it, and hopefully it works out. Next, hey, let's go. Nice. Two. Oh, that just kills it. Well, if I had known that. It goes at 2-2. I didn't realize it would took down the base. Each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. All right, well. I'll go with no attacks. Because I'm already strong enough to kill whatever he has over there, and I need to make sure that I actually, you know, can. Alright. I think I waited too long and ended up losing. That's what this is looking like. Alright, whenever a creature dealt damage dies with 1/1, oh yeah, I can almost assuredly say I waited way too long to actually attack on this one. Oh yeah, it's over. Yeah, I waited way too long to end up attacking. That, and I think I used one of my specials too early, if I recall correctly. Yes, I understand that. That's what I was doing. Alright, well. Cancel. Which one will block? Both of those. Drag the creatures blocking. Those will be damaged in order from left to right. Oh, it's 3. Whoops. Okay, yeah, in turn. Yeah, I think I did this wrong again. Hold on. Let me restart. Okay, there's only concede, not restart. Okay. I'm gonna restart this and do it over. think I was supposed to cruel cut the first guy so I can let my vampire get beefy. Eh. Alright, I think I got it this time, guys. Let's see here. I got it this time. Just screwed up a bit the first time around. Alright. Upgrade deck. Okay, we got, yeah, I think we got time for some more. Alright. Last one around didn't really go too good, but hopefully this time I got it first try. So I might as well go ahead and destroy that guy too. Target creature gets +2/0 and gains indestructible until the end of the turn. Okay, so that's not something I need right now then. I'll attack. Next. End. Solve. Nightmare's power and toughness are equal to each of the number of swamps you control. Oh, well, that's a good card. Alright, let's go ahead and put this guy out here. No attacks. Let's just defend against that guy. Oh, okay, we're not. It's what? Oh, okay, +2/0. Gotcha, okay. Go ahead and kill those guys, and we are good. Let's go. Hang out Nightmare. And I'll attack. Oh, okay. And I feel like you should have done that before I attacked, but hey, I'm perfectly cool with it, not gonna lie. I'll attack. I mean, that one I could just... Yeah. Alright, I think we got this one first try. Unless it just pulls out something absolutely ridiculous out of that, which is perfectly possible. Hey, got it. Continue. Waiting for the server. Soul Hunter Rakasha can't block. When Soul Hunter Rakasha enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, it deals 1 damage to target opponent for each swamp you control. Eternal Thirst. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has lifelink, and whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Alright, so just a couple more to go. Not yet. He might have something stronger than that I can defend against. No attacks. Hey, nice. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Damn, okay. Probably should have gotten one of these, but it's okay. Alright, yeah, I got screwed up here. I forgot that I could attack with the guy who has 3/3. Yeah, I'm good. Waiting on the server. Remaining creatures that pose a threat is usually better than one big one. Yeah, I figured. Okay. I'll take it. Oh, great. Well, come back to me, Malik here. Thank you. That hurt. Did not feel good. Alright, put that down and just attack, I guess. Oh, okay. Feel really good about this. That wasn't fun. Alright, well, I still got more packs to open, so let's hold off on that one. Yes, I understand. Excuse me. Creature, Goblin Shaman. When Goblin Arsonist dies, you may have it deal 1 damage to any target. Oh, that's Goblin Arsonist. Okay. Pestilent Haze. Sorcery. Choose one. All creatures get -2/-2 until the end of the turn. Remove 2 loyalty counters from each planeswalker. Counter target spell. Put +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Target creature gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn. Draw a card. Draw 3 cards, and then discard a card. Sanctum of All. Legendary enchantment, Shrine. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may search your library and/or graveyard for a shrine card and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle. If an ability of another shrine you control triggers while you control 6 more shrines, that ability triggers an additional time. Deathbloom Thalid. Well, when Deathbloom Thalid dies, create a 1/1 green and a sapling creature token. Target creature gets -4/-4 until the end of the turn. When Primalkin enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample. 2 mana and a water. Target creature gains flying until the end of the turn. Reach. When Turret Ogre enters the battlefield, if you control another creature with power 4 or greater, Turret Ogre deals 2 damage to each opponent. Whenever you draw a card, Burl Fist Oak gets +2/+2 until the end of the turn. Temple of Silence. Temple of Silence enters the battlefield when tapped. When Temple of Silence enters the battlefield, scry 1, tap to add white mana or death mana. Dub, enchant creature. Hand. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2, has first strike, and is a knight in addition to its other types. Crash through. Creatures you control gain trample until the end of the turn. Draw a card. Daybreak Charger. When Daybreak Charger enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+0 until the end of the turn. Ranger's Guile. Target creature you control gets 1/1 and gains hexproof until the end of the turn. Flying. Roaming Ghostlight. When Roaming Ghostlight enters the battlefield, return up to 1 target non-spirit creature to its owner's hand. Sanctum of Shattered Heights. Legendary enchantment, Shrine. Discard a land or shrine card. Sanctum of Shattered Heights deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker, where X is the number of shrines you control. Basri's Solidarity. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Peer into the Abyss. Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half their time. What? Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half of their time. Okay, gotcha. Round up each time. Deliberate. Scry 2, then draw a card. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Kicker. Target creature you control gets 0+3 until the end of the turn. If this spell was kicked, that creature also gains hexproof to the end of the turn. Kicker, you may pay an additional cost as you cast this spell. Nisa's Syndicon. Enchant land. Enchanted land is a 4/4 elemental creature with reach and haste. It's still a land. When enchanted land dies, return that card to its owner's hand. Merfolk Windrobber. Flying. Whenever Merfolk Windrobber deals damage to a player, that player mills a card. Sacrifice Merfolk Windrobber. Draw a card. Activate only if an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. Thwart the Grave. Party. Your party consists of up to one each of Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, or Wizard. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. Return target creature card and up to 1 target Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, or Wizard card creature from the battlefield to your graveyard. Or from your graveyard to the battlefield. I cannot speak. I apologize. Speaking not good. When Skyclave Apparition appears, when Skyclave Apparition enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent you don't control with mana value of 4 or less. When Skyclave Apparition leaves the battlefield, When Skyclave Apparition leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner creates an XX blue illusion creature token, where X is the mana value of the exiled card. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, Namana Skitter Sneak gets +1/0 and has Menace. Menace. A creature with Menace can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Skyclave Squid. Defender. Landfall. When a land enters the battlefield under your control, Skyclave Squid can attack this turn as though it didn't have Defender. Oh, nice. You're tired. When Utility Knife enters the battlefield, attach it to a creature target you control. Equipped creature gets 1/1. Equip costs 3 mana. Synchronized Spellcraft. Synchronized Spellcraft deals 4 damage to target creature and X damage to that creature's controller, where X is the number of creatures in your party. Mursa Brute. Some adventuring parties are made up of old friends. Oh, that's just lore. Okay. Skyclave Shadowcat. Sacrifice another creature. Put a 1/1 counter on Skyclave Shadowcat. Whenever a creature dies, whenever a creature you control with 1/1 counter on it dies, draw a card. Kabira Takedown. Kabira Takedown deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature or planeswalker. Kabira Plateau enters the battlefield tapped. Tap to add a white mana. Skyclave Shade. Kicker. Skyclave Shade can't block. If Skyclave Shade was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters on it. Landfall. Whenever you control, or whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if Skyclave Shade is in your graveyard and it's your turn, you may cast it from your graveyard this turn. Turn Timber Ascetic. When Turn Timber Ascetic enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Ghastly Gloomhunter. Kicker. Flying Lifelink. If Ghastly Gloomhunter was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters on it. Nahiri's Binding. Enchant creature or planeswalker. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Glacial Grasp. Tap a target creature. Its controller mills 2 cards. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Draw a card. Kasandu Nectar Pot. These names are fucking weird, dude. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Roost of Drakes. Kicker. When Roost of Drakes enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, create a 2/2 blue drake creature with a flying token. Whenever you cast a kick spell, create a 2/2 blue drake with a creature token with flying. Malakir Rebirth. Choose target creature. You lose 2 life. Till the end of the turn, that creature gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Chyrix, the Raging Isle. Spells your opponents cast that target Chyrix, the Raging Isle, costs 2 more to cast. For 3 mana, Chyrix gets +X, -X till the end of the turn, where X is the number of islands you control. Implement of Malice. For 1 death mana, sacrifice Implement of Malice. Target player discards a card. Activate only as a sorcery. When Implement of Malice is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Weldfast Wingsmith. Fuck. Weldfast Wingsmith. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, Weldfast Wingsmith gains flying till the end of the turn. Destructive Tampering. Choose 1. Destroy target artifact. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. Malfish Squad. Menace. Fabricate 1. Fabricate 1. When this creature enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on it, or create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. Cathartic Reunion. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard 2 cards, draw 3 cards. Glint Nest Crane. When Glint Nest Crane enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Narnam Renegade. Death Touch. Revolt. Narnam Renegade enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn. Oath of Ajani. When Oath of Ajani enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Planeswalker spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. That has doing lore, Vigilance and Foretell. During your turn, you may pay 2 mana and exile this card from your hand face down. Cast it on a later turn for its Foretell cost. Craven Hulk. Craven Hulk can't block alone. Annul. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Avalanche Caller. For 2 mana, target snowland you control becomes 4/4 elemental creature with hexproof and haste until end of turn. It's still a land. Waking the Trolls. As this saga enters, and after you draw a step, add a lore counter. Sacrifice after 3. Is that what that says? I think it says 3. I'm going to assume it doesn't say ill. Destroy land target. Or destroy target land. Put target land card from a graveyard onto your battlefield under your control. Choose target opponent. If they control fewer lands than you, generate a number 4/4 green Troll Warrior creature tokens with trample equal to the difference. Axgard Braggart. Boast. Untap Axgard Braggart, put a 1/1 counter on it. Tormentor's Helm. Equipped creatures get a +1/1. Well, whenever an equipped creature becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to a defending player. Valor of the Worthy. Enchanted creature gets a +1/1. Whenever enchanted creature leaves the battlefield, create a 1/1 white spirit creature with flying. Depart the Realm. Return target's non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Volatile Fjord. Volatile Fjord enters the battlefield tapped. Tap to add a fire mana, tap to add a water mana. Frenzied Raider. Whenever you activate a boast ability, put a 1/1 counter on Frenzied Raider. Spirit of Aldergard. When Spirit of Aldergard enters the battlefield, search your library for a snow land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Spirit of Aldergard gets +1/0 for each other snow permanent you control. Reckless Crew. Create X 2/1 Red Dwarf Berserker creature tokens, where X is the number of vehicles you control, plus the number of equipment you control. For each of those creature tokens, you may attach an equipment you control to it. Open the Omen Pass. Choose one. Add 2 mana of any color, and 2 mana of any other color. Or of any one color, then 2 mana of any other color. Spend this mana only to cast creature or enchantment spells. Creatures you control get +1/0 until the end of the turn. Augury Raven. Flying and Foretell. Raider's Carve. Whenever Raider's Carve attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it into the battlefield tapped. Crew 3. Tap any number of creatures you control with power 3 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until the end of the turn. Glacial Floodplain. Glacial Floodplain enters the battlefield tapped. Tap to add a water mana or tap to add a white mana. Innerstrom Skullcairn. Innerstrom Skullcairn enters the battlefield tapped. Tap to add a death mana, and for 1 mana and a death and 2 fire mana. Tap, sacrifice, and tap, I guess. Sacrifice Innerstrom Skullcairn. It deals 3 damage to target player. That player discards a card, activate only as a sorcery. Here's just Retribution. As this saga enters, and after you draw step add a lore counter. Oh, after your draw step. Okay. My mind does not want to mind today. Sacrifice after 3. Create a 4/4 White Angel Warrior creature token with flying and vigilance. Until the end of your turn, angels you control gain tap to destroy creature target with power less than this creature's power. Angels you control gain double strike until the end of the turn. Angel Warrior, Flying and Vigilance 4/4. Strixhaven, School of Mages. Duress. Target opponent reveals their hand. Oh, I have that. That's just a shinier version of it. Nice. Humiliate. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. First Day of Class. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, put a 1/1 counter on it and it gains haste until the end of the turn. Needlethorn Drake. Flying. Death Touch. Serpentine Curve. Create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X 1/1 X +1/1 counters on it, where X is 1+ total number of instant and sorcery cards you own in exile and in your graveyard. Eager First Year, Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, Eager First Year gets +1/0 until the end of the turn. Karak Wrangler, Magecraft. Yeah, I've heard that. Yes, same one. Yeah, same one. Witherbloom Command. Choose 2. Target player mills 3 cards, and then you return a land card from your graveyard to your hand. Destroy a target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Target creature gets -3/-1 until the end of the turn. Target creature or target opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. Shock. Instant. Shock deals 2 damage to any target. Bookworm. Trample. When Bookworm enters the battlefield, when you gain 3 life, draw a card. Put Bookworm from your graveyard into your library, 3rd from the top. Promising Duskmage. When Promising Duskmage dies, if it had a 1/1 counter on it, draw a card. Trample. Lifelink. Creature with trample can deal excess damage to the player. Okay. First day of class. Fractal Summoning. Put a green. Yeah, I've had that. Why is it saying first? Put a green 0/0. Yeah. Blue fractal creature token. Put X. Yeah, I've had that. It's saying first for some reason. Instant. Closing statement. This spell costs 2 less to cast during your end step. Destroy target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature you control. Oh, whoops. Quintorius, Field Historian. Spirits you control get +1/0 whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard. When a 3/2 red and a white spirit... create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Whoops. Reckless Amplimancer. Deal Reckless Amplimancer's power and toughness... Oh, deal double Reckless... Okay, I can't read. Double the stuff. Is what that's supposed to be. Frost Trickster. When Frost Trickster enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap phase. Environmental Sciences. Search your library for a basic land card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. You gain 2 life. Biblioplex Assistant. When Biblioplex Assistant enters the battlefield, put up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on the top of your library. Tempted by the Auric. First, for each opponent, gain control of up to 1 target creature or planeswalker that player controls with mana value 3 or less. Putrefy. Destroy target artifact or creature. It can't be regenerated. Alright, last couple of sets. Devoted Paladin. Creature, Hork Knight. Beacon of Hope. When Devoted Paladin enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/1 and gain Vigilance until the end of the turn. Neverwinter Dryad. Sacrifice Neverwinter Dryad. Search your library for a basic force card, put it onto the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle. Shambling Ghast. When Shambling Ghast dies, choose 1. Brave the Stench. Target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until the end of the turn. Search the body. Create a treasure token. Treasure token. Tap. Sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. Shortcuts. Whenever the Shortcuts Seeker deals damage to the player, venture into the dungeon. In Portal, you gain 1 life. You scry. Create a creature token. Okay, I don't know what... Okay, well, I don't know what all that means, but alright. Right-click for more information. I do think I will. Oh, no, never mind. Apparently I won't. Okay, but like, how does that work? I don't know how that works. Equip. You may pay the equip cost to attach this permanent target creature you control. Equip only as sorcery. Spare Dagger. Artifact. Equipment. equipped creature gets +1/0 and has whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice spare dagger. When you do, this creature deals 1 damage to any target. Dragon's Disciple. As Dragon's Disciple enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. If you do, or if you control a dragon, Dragon's Disciple enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. Dragons you control have Ward 1. Wait, what's that? Whenever a permanent with Ward becomes the target of a spell or ability it controls, counter it unless that player pays the Ward cost. Okay. Hunter's Mark. This spell costs 3 mana or less to cast if it targets a blue permanent you don't control. The spell can't be countered. Target creature you control gets +1/1 until the end of the turn. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Ranger class. Gain the next level as sorcery to add its ability. When Ranger class enters this battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Whenever you attack, put a 1/1 counter on a target attacking creature. Okay, but I don't know how this works though. Like, is this kind of the same as Sagas, where it's like every turn you? I don't know. I don't understand. Scaled Herbalist. Tap. You may put a land card from your hand into the battlefield. Brazen Dwarf. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, Brazen Dwarf deals 1 damage to each opponent. Mordenkainen's Polymorph. Until the end of the turn, target creature becomes a dragon with base power and toughness 4/4 and gains flying. It loses all other creature types. Dawnbringer Cleric. Whenever Dawnbringer Cleric enters the battlefield, choose 1. Cure Wounds, you gain 2 life. Dispel Magic, destroy target enchantment. Gentle Repose, exile target card from a graveyard. Barbarian class. I don't know how that works. I'm not even going to read it until I learn how it works. Oh, okay. A rare wild card. Evolving Wilds. Tap. Sacrifice Evolving Wilds. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield tapped and then shuffle. Valor Singer. Combat Inspiration. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature gets +1/0 until the end of the turn. Okay, but I don't know how dungeons work. Game. Enter the first room of the dungeon if you're already in a dungeon. Advance to the next room instead. Okay, but I don't understand. When Precipitous Drop enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. It gets -5/-5 instead, as long as you've completed a dungeon. Compelled Duel. Target creature gets 3/3 until the end of the turn. It must be blocked. And must be blocked this turn if able. Celestial Unicorn. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Celestial Unicorn. Flash, enchant creature. When a Ray of Frost enters the battlefield, if the enchanted creature is red, tap it. As long as an enchanted creature is red, it loses all abilities. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Tognar, Demon Fang Knoll. Attack Tactics. Whenever Tognar, Demon Fang Knoll attacks, if you attacked with creatures with total of power 6 or greater this combat, attacking creatures get +1/0 until the end of the turn. For 2 mana, a red and green mana, double Tognar's power and toughness until the end of the turn. Mythic Rare wild card. Alright, last set. Tireless Hauler. Vigilance. Daybound. Transforms into Dire Strain Brawler. Vigilance, Nightbound. Confused. If it becomes day or night, or if it becomes day or night, or if Daybound permanent enters the battlefield, track day-night time for the rest of the game. As it becomes day, transform on Nightbound permanents. If a player casts no spells during their own turn, it becomes a night next turn. As it becomes night, transform all day-bound permanents. Permanents enter the battlefield night-bound. If a player casts at least 2 spells during their own turn, it becomes the next day turn. Stolen Vitality. Target creature gets +3/+1 until the end of the turn. If it's your turn, that creature gains Trample until the end of the turn. Otherwise, it gains First Strike until the end of the turn. Monarch Veteran. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Disturb for 1 mana and a white mana. Disturb. You may cast this card from your graveyard transformed for its disturbed cost. Transformed into Luminous Phantom. Flying, whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, you gain 1 life. If Luminous Phantom would be put into the graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Shady Traveler, Menace, and Daybound. Transforms into Stalking Predator. Organ Hoarder. When Organ Hoarder enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library, then put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Ambitious Farmhand. When Ambitious Farmhand enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic Plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Coven. 1 mana and 2 white mana. Transform Ambitious Farmhand. Activate only if you control 3 more creatures from different powers. Dinner tonight, driving tomorrow, 2 minutes away, calling you can. Alright, will do. Sorry if I saw this late. And gotcha. Thanks. I'll get ready. After this is done. Flame Channeler. When a spell you control deals damage, transform Flame Channeler. Embodiment of Flame. Whenever a spell you control deals damage, put a flame counter on Embodiment of Flame. For 1 mana, remove a flame counter from Embodiment of Flame. Exile the top card from your library. You may play that card this turn. Sigardian Savior. When Sigardian Savior enters the battlefield, if you cast it, return up to 2 creature cards with mana, value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Alright, it is getting a bit over, so I'm going to open these and just show them. People can pause and look at them or recognize them immediately, whichever. Knight's Rush, Stuffed Bear, More Corrupt Behemoth, Evolving Wilds, Vampire Socialite, Jadar, Gold Collar of Nephalia, and last one. We have Blessed Defiance, Electric Revelation, Moonrager Slash, Novice Occultist, Competent Collector, Vivisection, and Field of Ruin, and Memory Deluge. Or Deluge? 1 and 2. Alright, well, that is all the packs. It has been over 2 hours. Thank you all for coming out. I greatly appreciate it. I gotta get ready for dinner, it seems. But yeah, thank you all for coming out. Sorry if I was a bit droll during some of it. I've been very tired, but yes. If you're watching post-stream, you should see suggestions pop up over there. If you want to watch another one, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me in the algorithm, and hopefully one day I can monetize this channel. And I will see you in the next one.